In the game Cards, I was hovering around sergeant level for quite a while. Join me now as I go for my staff sergeant promotion here today on Legendary Tactics. So I'm going to gradually work myself up to field marshal level. That's my plan in Cards. I didn't have that ambition at the beginning, but that is where I'm at. And so I have been playing since the new season started, and I got knocked down a few ranks, and I've got myself back up to sergeant, and I'm looking to continue my movement upwards, my promotion upwards. And so we're going to start out. I got a nice easy start, easy pick for my my first card, getting that 2/2 down, and I love getting the that airborne, the first airborne down as well, especially in the early game. You can just let it sit there and build up to be a nice, strong unit. It's going to definitely attract a lot of attention if there's any orders that my opponent can play to eliminate that unit early. But overall, I think it's a great card to get out there as early as possible before there's much that my opponent can do about it. Even if they do get an order, they might not be able to afford it. And so we'll get some artillery down as well. There's no enemy on the front line, so I feel pretty safe, or reasonably safe with that. I know that there's opportunities there to blitz and whatever, but if units decide to attack, then they'll usually get eliminated as well, and I don't mind a one-for-one trade. If they're going to leave my artillery alone, that's fine, but I see the opportunity maybe to move into the front, take over the front line if I can. Now in this game, I'm playing my US major ally with a minor British ally, and for me that is, oh geez, Eagle Claws, ridiculous. Gotta love those cards that just wipe out the entire support line on you. But this game, in this game, I've decided to kind of roll with that deck. This particular deck is the one I'm going to develop and grow. The other decks I need different parts for that I don't have, so I feel like I'm playing an underpowered decks otherwise. So I'm going to do what I can with this particular deck, and we'll take it as far as we can. Now I get my my air down, but it's not really looking all that great. I'm hoping to do some damage here and defend myself, but yeah, it's gonna be tough. So I was thinking about forcing that unit back into hand. Really not the best use, perhaps, of that card, but at this point, I don't really have a lot of choices, and all I see is my opponent has a mitt full of cards, and I've got only 3, which is a bit unusual for this deck to be down in cards this early. It is a control deck, and a lot of the cards don't come out. They're not playable until later. But anyway, I was able to use my Awoken Giant, at least get some more cards in hand. And I got my Sherman in play. So if I can possibly get control of the front line, move that half track up, and then refill my hand with the Sherman deployability. The deck I'm up against is kind of an annoying German deck so far. There's a lot of pretty decent cards in that deck, including this artillery unit that he's using, and I'm so far away. It's going to take so long to get to that that unit for the most part. But I'm going to use my my card there to take him out on the support line, and that's a great ability. I'm not a massive fan of that card, except for that ability to do some damage on the support line in that fashion is great. Now, of course, there goes more Eagle Claws again, really weakening my my support line. And yeah, just more cards keep getting played down. It's obvious that this is a German rush deck. I'm already down to 10 health. So luckily I drew fortification that buys me a bit of time, and I can control my my front line here. This is a bit of a risk because I know I'm kind of calling attention to myself, but I'm going to see if I can just repair that unit. I know again it's going to attract attention. It may have been a waste to repair that unit. Actually, it might have been better served on my British unit, but because I'm pretty sure I'm going to attract the attention of that 3-1, and that enemy aircraft is going to do some damage to me for sure. And then there's 2-2 that goes down, and actually takes out the airborne troop there with the plane to get into the front lines. So weakens himself, which is perfect. I can use this to do some damage to the only enemy air unit in play. That takes down a pretty major player. And this has an ambush on it, so I'm going to have to decide what I'm going to do with that. But I've got some good strength. I don't necessarily like to wipe out too many cards. I'd much rather they come to me. And there's the resistance cards in play, but we're both down to fairly low cards, but obviously cards in hand. But I just feel really, really fragile right now, even though the units there aren't very powerful. I just see that there's lots of opportunities. He's got some artillery down, which is always a pain. And so fortunately, he chose to strike first. I'm getting a lot of credit slots, which don't really serve me at the moment, as I don't have the cards to play. But I'll play my Sherman and my second Sherman, and that refills my hand nicely. We got the convoy card as well. That's another draw. So we're going to be able to fill up our hand, which is a very, very good turn of events. Yeah, I'm getting some more resistance cards in hand, which is, yes, it's a pain. But I've got, the health in my HQ. I'm much more of a fan, if you can, of taking a hit on the HQ. Now, unfortunately, I don't get to keep that that card because I'm full of resistance cards, so I'm gonna have to play some of these out. But I obviously it's situation dependent, but at this stage, I'm fine with taking some damage on my HQ, and we'll do a bit of damage on his cards there. So now suddenly we've got this nicely turned around, and my enemy surrenders, which is very anticlimactic, unfortunately, but I did feel I had the upper hand, especially since I had the convoy card in hand as well. I was going to be able to draw up and really press the attack. It really was only a matter of time. So got my promotion to Staff Sergeant and the next level of play. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it was a little bit anticlimactic, as I said, but overall, I'm happy to take the promotion any way I can. Thank you so much for watching. This is Legendary Tactics.